Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. It's Wednesday evening, it is 6 as I'm recording this, and YouGov, about half an hour ago or so, released their latest, and indeed their last final polling for the election. There'll be no more polling from YouGov. I suspect there'll be no more polling from anyone. I think that's it. Now, the YouGov poll is, I'm going to say, very surprising. There are some very odd numbers on here. Certainly, there's one thing that leaps out, and that is, although the Tories are likely to be, ultimately they'll be smashed. There'll be a massive loss for them, and Labour will undoubtedly win. There's no two ways about it. Let's get that out of the way. Let's keep no surprise. Labour are going to win and win big. But what is surprising is that somehow, magically, the polls are showing that there's been a bit of a resurgence for the Tories. Last week, they were looking at maybe only 35 seats, and that there was a 25% difference in polling intentions. It's closed. We're going to take a look at the numbers. We're going to go through this. It's still bad. Make no bones. This is still very, very bad for the Tories. But they have had a little bit of a resurgence. But I'm going to say now, there's still going to be over 200 Tory MPs looking for a job on Monday. So, the final MRP model, I'll go through this. This is the final MRP model ahead of the general election tomorrow, and it shows the large Labour majority and a crushing defeat for the Tories. Now, they're calling it a crushing defeat, and it is. Even though the figures are better than you expect, they're still very, very bad. The central projections are vote shares of 22% for the Conservatives, 39% for Labour. So it's a 17% gap. Now, like I say, it was 25%. So they've crawled back and pulled back 8% of the vote there, which is significant. Perhaps if they had a few more days, they might have closed it a little bit more. Who knows? Reform are on third. They're now the third highest intention to vote party in Britain. 12 for the Liberal Democrats and 7% for the Greens. Obviously, this is the national survey. I will also say at this point, and I'll discuss this in a minute when we sort of get around and afterwards, but that 39% for Labour, there's a very odd thing going on there, and I will talk about that. So these would result in a seat share. Now, they've got the seats here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw up this graphic here. There, you can see that graphic. And what that's showing, of course, is the three amounts of seats that they're expected to get. So you've got the lower bound, the central estimate, and the upper bound. Now, we'll just talk about the central estimate. That's going to be the one that is going to be nearer to being what it is. 431 seats for Labour. That is immense. And 102 for the Tories. Now, yes, it's still in triple figures, but only bloody just. And it wouldn't take much to get under 100. The Tories with under 100 is unheard of. Their worst result ever. The Lib Dems, quite resplendent on 72, and not far off the Tories. And then the SNP would have 18 at best. Reform UK 3, Plaid Cymru 3, the Greens 2, maybe. I know Labour are really, really pushing Bristol, and others none. So Sinn Féin, for example, in Ireland, not expected to get any. Even if they did, they're not expected to sit. So that's how that is. But it is very, very weird. Anyway, getting back to me. Back on me. What we can be absolutely confident upon is the winner, though. I mean, it's absolutely clear as day. Labour are the winner. They're going to win big. They're going to win, and they'll be very arrogant with it, I think, as well. They'll bully now. That's the problem you have, because they're going to just fill all the committees with Labour, and it's going to be Labour all the way. There'll be very a few other voices heard, and that's terrible. But I mean, even at the lowest end of those numbers that you saw, they were talking, 391, I think, off the top of my head, 391 seats, 132, was it, for the Tories. It's still not good. It's still only a third of the Tories, isn't it, to Labour. It's big. This is a massive majority. I mean, it's 280 odd majority. They can do anything. It's just there. Now, it is worth, of course, saying that election day is still to come. You don't know what's going to happen between now and midnight. There could be a complete breakdown. Something could happen. Who knows? I don't see it. I don't see the change. A lot of people, because of holidays and things, a lot of people will already, of course, have posted their votes in, have had postal votes, no chance to change them. Who that benefits remains to be seen. Hard to predict. I'm not even going to predict that one. They're going to stop the knock up. Today's the last day of the knocking up. They won't get any more predictions or projections from that. They can't. They're not allowed to do anything. Campaign after today. So that's it. And there is little left to be done for these parties. So now, effectively, they're all going to be sitting there, biting their nails, looking in the help wanted ads, if you're Tory, phoning up some old school friends, going, here, send your chance for a job as a director of your bank and all that. With one exception, and I do hope, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, I do hope George Galloway is very, very happy on Friday morning. I hope that he takes Angela Rayner's seat. I would love Angela Rayner to be history, to be a dot, to be gone. Her and her gob. Where else is she going to earn a living? Well, I'll leave that up to you. I think I know where she could go. You're all thinking the same thing. Come on, don't do it. It's a massive swing. It's over. It's done. The only thing remains is, can the Tories still be second? What damage will reform do? I think they always talked about the shy Tory. I think there's going to be shy reform this time. And I think what Rishi did to the Tories is going to come back and bite him. And I think a lot of Tory voters will jump ship to reform. And I can't wait. So, snacks being bought tomorrow. We'll all get ready. Now, remember, and I've got to say this time and time again, all you wonderful, wonderful viewers, do not sit in your arse. Get out there. You must vote. You must go. You absolutely must. Bring a pen. Do it in pen. Don't let them change your vote. And don't vote for. Vote against. Tactical voting. Get the SNP out. It's up to you. Thanks very much. I hope that you've taken all that in. There's a few toss-ups in there there's going to be. So if that goes the wrong way, it could change things, couldn't it? Got to be lucky. Anyway, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.